That's Sombra. Also be the Pharah too.
It's a very interesting composition that we have, and it's going to
swap.
The Valiant are going to have to swap.
They're thinking about it.
They're going to make some changes.
Okay,
You're not going to be able to deal with the flanking of the Sombra and the Pharah shooting long-range rockets at you at the same time. That means Kariv is going to play McCree to help handle the Sombra. They've got 2 stuns now in the back line should that Sombra pop up.
Obviously, McCree going to help out a little bit with the Pharah too. He gets a clean shot there. Now Valiant onto the high ground, just trying to muscle their way in there and push the Shark back onto the low ground. Basie down early, it's what we were talking about. They chase down that Sombra. Valiant with a good start here on point A. Yushui has to back away a little bit going in on the tender back line now. Agility's taken out, so Godsby striking back for Spark. Somebody's got to deal with that Pharah. Meanwhile, Godsby's like, nope, justice reigns on Kariv. And that's going to be Spark holding some of that, but as I say that, Valiant getting some kills here.
It's still a 4 versus
messy,
3
but,
in favor of the Spark right now, and they have respawn advantage.
You got to go back if you're Valiant. You got some stuff down, but you know, in the end, you just kind of left Spark with a lot of ultimates coming up here pretty fast.
Yeah, you do see Valiant coming out here pretty quickly because you can see all the members are damaged on the side of Hangzhou Spark because they lost the healers.
Yeah, you need to try to carry the momentum from the last fight into this one as fast as you can. Rhea a little bit low, does get DMEC. He's going to go ahead and use the Transcendence. Izayaki tries to block it with his Trance, rather. Blocks himself destruct. Meanwhile, Gushui with the Primal Rage is trying to push Valiant off the point here, but he's a little bit on his own. Has to get away from the self-destruct coming in from the green and gold. Meanwhile, Kariv, he gets hacked right out of the Deadeye. That's a problem. Meanwhile, Sound Barrier onto Valiant. Paisy coming up big, saving a couple of his teammates, I think, there.
Well, looked cool, but it didn't do much.
Hey, it's all about the style, right? I mean, yeah. Payload's going to get moving here for Valiant, but you made a good play.
Actually, just canceling that Deadeye. Kariv is going to go back and switch right now as we do see the movement back to the 3-3 on the side of the Hangzhou Spark. They will be playing, they switch over to the Reinhardt.
Yeah.
And Fate will do the same.
All right. Crowd getting into it now as Spark tries to regroup a little bit for point B. A tough one to hold on Numbani. Agilities has the rally as far as ultimates go on the side of the Valiant. Wings out. Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. He shot Mike Gushui down. Basie down as well. Valiant coming ahead with a pretty big team fight here. They will not be stopped.
That was kind of a throwaway fight. As the Hangzhou Spark, the disadvantage of not running 3-3 early is when you switch to it. You're just going to be coming in pretty cold, without a lot of tools in terms of ultimates to use in the next engagement on the cart. So Valiant, much more consistent, considering they'll be able just to roll forward and slowly use their ult bank.
Izayaki using that Transcendence as Valiant tries to counter the fight coming in from Spark at the end of point B here. If you're going to hold it anywhere, you're going to try to hold it here as your Spark. Fate gets that Zarya shield at the very end, but his health is so low. Agility's down already. There goes Fate. Space does catch Bebe with the self-destruct. And Valiant with a couple kills, though, has evened it up against Spark in this fight, but they don't want to try to push it the rest of the way. Again, there's not a big hurry here, and Godsby sending a couple people off staggered style, so that's going to be a little while that Valiant has to wait for those respawns to re-engage.
Yeah, cart going to start rolling back as well. Hangzhou doing a good job of disengaging on that initial push by the Valiant until they were able to get some of their own ults up. Had to use the rally. It's now going to be fallen off them. And Hangzhou still sitting, though, with a Graviton Surge. However, Valiant, they've got a couple pokes here to get the damage necessary to build up a lot of ults on their side. 5 should be online quickly.
Fate just jumps down on the payload with that Zarya shield. He's pretty safe here as they go ahead. Oh, nice Earth Shatter coming in from Fate. Got some kills off that. Gushui falls fast. There's Rhea getting DMEC, and they're just going to run all over Hangzhou Spark. That was just a great Earth Shatter, man. I don't know what happened. Just caught Gushui unaware, I guess. That was an interesting one.
Excellent Shatter. And that's all you have to use. You're coming in the final push with 5 ults. You're feeling great now if you're the Valiant. 3 minutes on the clock.
You don't plan on having to dedicate so little to winning a team fight like that, too.
Yeah, Hangzhou not with a lot of tools to deal with this. This beat from IDK is going to have to be perfect to survive the onslaught of the Valiant.
Yeah, here we go. Valiant getting aggressive now, going in with the rally. Gushui turn around looking for the slam. Gets maybe one, but a lot of that was blocked. Now the stuns coming in. Both Reinhardts falling prone as the Zens pop their transcendences. Ults used in parity across both sides here. AZ finally pops that rally, so Spark with the extra armor coming in. Oh, but Fade with another Earth Shatter. Kuki immediately comes in and takes out his counterpart, IDK. That said, though, Valiant having to approach this one kind of carefully. They're getting a lot of members of Spark low, though. Space gets a healing. There's a grab now for Spark. Can they turn this one around? There's the sound barrier now from Kuki. Self-destruct comes in. Doesn't gain a whole lot for Spark. Gushui finally takes out Fate, and maybe with that Reinhardt down, but no. The defense failing for Spark. Valiant, they're going to take it anyway. That payload's going to move.
Duh, that was beautifully played by the Valiant. I know that was an extended engagement, but they got both of the support ults out of the Hangzhou Spark so early. That meant that any combo that was coming in was going to be effective. So that patience on the grab made it so they're nearly able to close out this map.
Yeah, look at this Valiant just kind of giving a bit of ground again to Spark as they come out of spawn. Valiant just playing this so patiently. I love it. Izayaki coming in. He knows he's got the Transcendence. They're just going to run over Basie right away. Gushui down. Get the fist from Kareem. And now Izayaki making sure that he stays safe with that Transcendence. Rhea nearly about to get demeched here. Doesn't matter.
They can't stop him. Valiant, 3 points on Numbani. Solid attack from them.
That was a beautiful close.
Really
That's
was.
exactly what you want to see from a 3-3 team. Outsmarting their opponents, calling the ult economy better. Super nice play from the Valiant.
That's right. Quick break, and then we'll be back with Spark's attack attempt.